media.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Fringe. Pierre Poilievre coming out swinging this morning, having a press conference just recently to the town of, again, a bunch of conservative promises, talking about Justin Trudeau's fall update, about his inflationary spending. I'm going to skip past all of that speech because we've heard the slogans a million times over. Now, the one thing I want to talk about today is the incoming tariffs that are headed to Canada and Donald Trump's, I guess, troll on making Canada the 51st state. Now, I want to show here a clip of Pierre Poilievre in his latest. God, I paused it at the worst possible time. Look at that face. When Trump talks about making Canada the 51st state, it's more of a statement than anything, and a troll and a joke. The reason he talks about that is because he sees Justin Trudeau in a certain light. He sees him as weak. He sees him as pathetic. We've known for a long time that Donald Trump does not favor Justin Trudeau by any means, let alone many world leaders, because we're seen on Canada's stage as a joke. When it does come to his statement, however, what he's referring to is the fact that if America wanted to technically liberate Canada, as Tucker Carlson says, I'm sure that a lot of Canadians wouldn't put up a fight these days when it comes to that, and that it would be, quote, very easy because essentially Justin Trudeau doesn't have what it takes to fight back. Well, Pierre Poilievre coming out this morning swinging, calling Justin brainless and weak. I want to show because this is what a leader looks like. This is why better days are on their way, regardless of when we get an election. Let's take a look at what's being said here.
JP Tasker from CBC News. In an interview this morning, Donald Trump again floated the idea of Canada becoming the 51st state of the United States. Are you concerned that the president-elect repeatedly brings up this idea of annexing our country?
Well, the bottom line is that Justin Trudeau is a weak leader, and he gains no respect from countries all around the world. Canada should have a strong, smart leader with the brains and backbone to put our country first, and that's what I will do. We will have common sense conservatives will put Canada first. We will remove the crippling taxes and debt that have weakened our country under Trudeau. We will unleash the production of our resources to make ourselves more economically independent. We will rebuild our military and secure our borders, and we will go into negotiations with our American friends in a position of strength rather than weakness. Canada will be independent, strong, and proud, and our flag, the maple leaf, will fly proudly again over our country. Thank you.
Now, this statement says it all. This says it all. This says where Pierre stands on every. Could you imagine Trump negotiating with a guy like him versus Justin Trudeau? I mean, already I can see Trump having respect for Pierre, respect for what Canada needs. This is a man who wants to put business at the forefront. He wants to drill for our oil. He wants to get our farmers back to work. He wants to get rid of the carbon tax. He essentially wants to make life easier and simpler for Canadians while bringing in government revenue. Justin Trudeau has essentially trampled all over the country. And of course, you've got outfits here like the CBC, or the Communist Broadcasting Corporation, as I call them. Of course, moving on to Donald Trump, all of the questions that Pierre gets from them float around Donald Trump simply because now that Justin's on his way out, now that they see the writing on the wall that Trudeau's time is coming to an end, they have to move on to the next big scandal, the next big deal, or else they're going to fade away. As Pierre has said, defund the CBC. When it comes to the Trump questions and Trump derangement syndrome from mainstream media, we also have another question coming up from global media that again speaks volumes on what to expect when we see a Poilievre government versus Trudeau. Let's take a look.
Just on the point about Mr. Giovanni's meeting with J.D. Vance, you didn't instruct him at all to bring up the idea of that 25% tariffs are bad. You'd said previously that you'd tell any American that you or conservatives would speak with that they would be a bad idea.
Every single conservative would tell every single American that a tariff on Canada is a bad idea. We need to put Canada first. And that's what we will do. We will fight these tariffs from a position of strength. We will unleash the production of our resources. We will cut taxes on our workers, our businesses, to bring home more production to this country. We will stand shoulder to shoulder with the men and women in uniform by rebuilding our forces, and we will reinforce our border, all of which will put Canada in a position of strength and reverse the weakness that Justin Trudeau has brought to our country after 9 years of weak leadership. So every Conservative tells every American that tariffs on our country are a bad idea, and when I'm Prime Minister, we will have a strong Canada First policy in order to fight those tariffs and to fight for Canadians.
Thank you.
This is, again, what a leader looks like. And I know that people are going to say, hey, Derek, this video is a nothing burger. I disagree. I think that it's important to highlight these things. It's important to give people some form of hope that not necessarily resting your faith in one form of a government saving you, but that better days are on the way regardless of how you feel about Pierre Poilievre. That better days are coming in terms of being able to work, being able to have more buying power with your dollar, being able to pay less taxes, to afford electricity. What a novel concept, isn't it? Heading into the holidays, I can honestly say that while we've seen the government at a complete standstill since September, thanks to Justin Trudeau and his corrupt scandals and his refusal to cooperate with the RCMP, it's refreshing to see somebody coming out saying enough is enough. Things are going to change. Good things are coming. They're on the way. How else do you put it forward without highlighting that Pierre Poilievre believes Justin Trudeau is spineless, brainless, and weak? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you think that Pierre's going to be able to restore our relationship with the United States? Do you think he's going to be a good negotiator with Trump? That's going to be the question of the day. Make sure to fill it out down below. Answer me in the chat, in the comment section. Make sure to leave a thumbs up on your way out as well. It helps push us out in the good old algorithm on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video and it's your first time here, I hope it's earned your subscription. Make sure as you're hitting that subscribe button, you click your bell for notifications. Join me live here on the channel each and every Friday night for Friday Night Fringe, our live streaming show, where I sit down with my beautiful wife, Mrs. Fringe, and we go over everything that has happened this week in Canadian politics, and we chat a little bit with the community about what Q&A they have or what things they want to discuss in government, and it's always a great time. I always look forward to hearing what you guys have to say outside of making these videos. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video and have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one.